Hello guys, Jared here again, and I'm going to do a review of another Laurel and Hardy film, which is Blockheads. Yeah, so I have the DVD, so this is part of the big Laurel and Hardy box set, and then I also do have it on Blu-ray as a part of this collection. Yeah, so it's a collection of some of their films on Blu-ray. So yeah, and this is just one of my absolute favourite Laurel and Hardy films, and basically it starts with like Laurel and Hardy are fighting in World War One, and then Stan gets left behind, and he's still there, years after the war ended, and a guy comes and he shoots at and tells him that the war's over. Um, Obviously, this came out a year before World War Two, so back then they didn't call it World War One. Because of course back then they didn't know that there would be another one. But yeah, so the guy tells him that the war is over, and Ollie finds out that Stan's still alive, and goes to the place to meet him, and then takes him back to his house. And I love the bit where Stan like rests in a guy's wheelchair, and he puts his leg in because the wheelchair is meant for somebody who only has one leg, and yeah, Ollie thinks that he's had a leg amputated, and I love when he's like pushing him in the wheelchair, and then after like the guy who owns the wheelchair, but he says like that's my friend's wheelchair, and he has to get out. So then Ollie carries Stanley, because he thinks he's only got one leg, which is hilarious. And then later when he sees him walking, and he's like, that's great. And yeah, and then he brings him back to see the wife, and the bit with the wife is basically a remake of their first ever talking short, which is Unaccustomed as We Are, which is also featured on this DVD as one of the related shorts. So yeah, the differences though in this film, they have Billy Gilbert as Mr. Gilbert, whereas in the original short, the Unaccustomed as We Are, they had Edgar Kennedy as Mr. Kennedy. Yeah, they often had like that with their real names in Laurel and Hardy. But yeah, but basically it's a remake of that, but with Billy Gilbert instead of Edgar Kennedy. So I love also when they're going up the stairs, because Ollie lives in this big like apartment, and they're going up the stairs, and Ollie gets into a fight with James Finlayson, and that's really hilarious. And I love also the bit where you have Tommy Bond, who's Butch in The Little Rascals. He's playing with an American football, and like Ollie kicks it down the stairs, and then the kid's dad comes and tells him to go and get the ball, and they have a fight. They have a fight with the dad after the dad gets knocked out, and then Ollie kicks the ball down the stairs again. And every time like the ball goes down the stairs, both the times, it falls down and hits a guy in the face, which is really funny. Yeah, and it's great to see, Butch from Little Rascals in this as well, being a big fan of them. And of course that's both from Hal Roach, so yeah. And there's also a gag in this about like an automatic door, like, well, not door, but an automatic garage door opening, where basically like he rides over a thing and it opens automatically. And yeah, I found the gag of that funny, and it kind of reminded me of a gag in the Jacques Tati film Mon Oncle. They have a gag in this involving a automatic garage door, which I think is cool. I don't know if Jacques Tati took influence from that, but yeah, that's cool to see, because I'm a big fan of Laurel and Hardy, and also a big fan of Jacques Tati. So yeah, they're also, the reason why they rush up to Ollie's apartment is because there's this woman who left like a note in Ollie's room, and she didn't know that Ollie had been married since. So they're trying to get there and get rid of that note before Ollie's wife sees it. And yeah, and I thought that was a very good situation. You also have a good comedic situation where like Mr. Gilbert's wife is locked in a trunk, and obviously they don't want Mr. Gilbert to know that his wife is there, as it might seem a bit suspicious. Yeah, there's good situation comedy with that. So yeah, this was pretty much going to be like their last film with Hal Roach, because after this they left Hal Roach and they did this film, The Flying Deuces with RKO, which is a great film by the way. But yeah, they left Hal Roach to do this film, but then after this, they actually returned to Hal Roach Studios to do two more films, and those two films they did after were Chump at Oxford and Saps at Sea, and this was the last film they did with Hal Roach, and then they did films with other studios. So yeah. So overall, I mean, I absolutely love this film. I think this film's absolutely brilliant. It's one of Laurel and Hardy's best films, and would highly recommend if you haven't seen it, and would recommend any of Laurel and Hardy really if you haven't seen it. So yeah, thanks for watching my review, and bye.